CVA's Accura Series, Bagara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being brought to you by 3rd Regiment Game Calls. Friends, family, and faith in the outdoors. One call at a time.
You got any 3rd Regiment calls?
All right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Picture of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Garden Center. Mike, we're in the house now. When we're going to open up the garden center?
First week of April.
First week of April. You heard it straight from the man. He's right over there.
That's right.
So first week of April will be open for business.
Well, it'll be here real quick.
It'll be here fast.
A couple of weeks we'll be there.
A couple of weeks in, Mike. That's right. What you got here a picture of?
Well, our first picture here tonight, we've got a first bass picture here. This is Don Chandler's granddaughter, Jordan, with her first ever bass.
That's awesome.
So we want to say congratulations to Jordan on that fish. Next here, this is Les Forett with a 20-inch sauger that he caught here recently. Want to say congratulations to him on that fish, and that's good eating fish.
That'll make a sandwich, I think.
That'll make a couple of sandwiches. And here's one we don't get a lot of pictures of. Now this was sent in by Mike Davis. And you know Mike, we've talked to him, got a lot of pictures from him, but this is a picture of Austin, Mason, and Mylon Davis on a sandhill crane hunt.
That's
from this past season.
It's the prime rib of the sky.
Yeah, the rib eye of the sky. So congratulations, guys, on that. And our last picture here, this is Josh Moffitt and his son Jared with a pair of bass that they caught on a recent trip here around Middle Tennessee. So congratulations to Josh and Jared on that.
Good deal.
And guys, y'all can send your pictures here to us at 474 James Robertson Parkway. Get them to us on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll get them here just as quick as we can on the show for you.
All right, this week's Deal of the Week, we were talking about, we got a 2019 Phoenix 721. These are brand new, hot off the press. It's got a Mercury 250, I'm sorry, it's not 25, but a Mercury 250 with a Minn Kota Ultrix trolling motor. And if you know about the Ultrix, that's the one with the remote control. You can launch that boat, forget it, go on out to the parking lot, come back, and direct that thing right to you. Pick you right up. It's better than a valet parking. Hey, but you need to call Nashville Marine and call Randy Boland over there. He'll be glad to help you out. Hey, we've got two of our guests tonight, both of them, and I'm reading this. This is the Brad Deming, or Brad's Bikes for Kids. I like that shorter. Brad's Bikes for Kids.
Yeah, we call it both of them.
We call it both, and we've got a website going to open up here before long, Brad's Bikes for Kids, spelled out .org. We'll be going live with that here before long too.
Well, now Brandon touched on a little bit about how somebody in our audience can get involved. How can they get to help? And you're looking for people that might have a fishing business, a guide business, especially, you know, those guys that have the hunting preserves where you go hunt quail and chukar and pheasant. Those are great avenues that you'd like to have. Something like that we could auction off, or you could auction off. Whether it be hunting land or something like that, where you could offer somebody to come hunt for a weekend, or
and that's exactly
what we're looking for. Landowners, property managers, lease managers, people who want to get involved with donating a hunt. We are a 501c3, so there's some. I'm not a tax attorney. I only play one on TV, but there's some. Check with your tax attorney, because there are some tax ramifications on it. Will help you out. And same thing for the donor or the person who wins the bid. And I guess that kind of leads into how we get these. If somebody donates a hunt, if they donate taxidermy, processing equipment, anything like that, we actually auction those on those two sites we were talking about a while ago, the Tennessee deer hunters and the West TN hunters, deer hunters. And that actually goes on auction. We're going to be releasing 2 auctions tonight. We'll say something about that a little later. But you basically have time that you can bid on things. The highest bidder gets it, and they go on the trip. It's that simple. It's that easy to do.
And one thing we do too to kind of help make it easier on everybody is you know, we make it to where whoever gets the bid can work out the date with the donor. Okay. That way, it's nothing set in stone, because you know it might not be a good day to go fishing. You know, it could be storming. So we try, and because we want everybody to have the best time they can. So that's why we work it out to where, you know, once we do the auction, then we connect the two together, the donor and whoever gets the auction, and they can just decide on their own. That way, you know, it works out the best that way. And another thing that has really helped us out, not only just the people donating and then the people that get on the auctions, is a lot of times we'll be running an auction and somebody, a taxidermist or a processor will get on there and they'll say, hey, you know, we think what y'all's doing is great. We want to donate a free taxidermy amount for this hunt. Then somebody else, they'll say, hey, we'll process it for free. And I mean, and each year that's starting to happen more and more, you know, and I mean, all that helps. I mean, we really appreciate that.
And like Anthony said, now where we've been out for a little while more, we're beginning to have people call us. We were at a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I just stood up and talked to them and told them what we did, where we came from, what was going on with it, and right there on the spot, a man and woman said, we'd like to donate a juvenile deer hunt. Yep. You know, just out of the blue. So, so people are beginning to come to us, and we like that because the more we can get the community involved, the more children that we can help. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing like seeing those smiling faces on those kids. That quote up there.
Oh yeah. But I want to also touch that y'all are not restricting it just to Tennessee.
No. We'll be in already four states: Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, and Texas. We're going out to Texas April the 4th. We're going out there to hunt Rios, but it's a lady in Dallas that she wants us to come by. Matter of fact, we're going to stay at her and her husband's house that Thursday night. But the hunt's Saturday and Sunday, but they're bringing some ranch owners over, and I know they're going to donate 3 hunts already, but she's hoping we have a lot more hunts to auction off out there when we leave that Friday.
We've already had a hog hunt this year in Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi,
just
we sure have.
Completed a couple of weeks ago.
And it was a father and son, a 6-year-old boy, and both of them killed hogs.
That's good.
Sure did.
That's so good. Well, like this show is in Kentucky, airs in Kentucky also. There is so much good quality deer hunting in Kentucky.
Yes.
Didn't you mention something about Kentucky?
Last night, a friend of mine that I grew up with, matter of fact, he played ball with Brad and I. He messaged me, and he's going to an outfitter next weekend, because he asked me if I want to go. I said, no, I'm going to be turkey hunting tomorrow, you know, that weekend. But he thinks that he can get him to donate a hunt. He said maybe 2 hunts. And if he does that, then we will be in Kentucky, and we let them pick the schools. And one of the guys, Corey Reeves from Atwood, he went with us last year, and it was the first time he'd ever got to go into schools and see this. And when he saw those kids, I looked over there, and he was broke down. I mean, he was tore up. And we got in the truck, and he just said, man, why didn't you prepare me for this? And he said, I said, well, you know, it's just so cool to see the kids' reactions, you know. And I mean, some of them, I mean, I had little kids coming up just hugging my thighs and just thank you so much, you know. I mean, it's just heartwarming, I'm going to tell you.
Is there a certain criteria for the kids to be able to get a ball?
No, I'm glad you asked that question.
That's a great question, because one of the auctions we have coming up right now, if it's a kid that happens to get it, a minor, then they're going to allow a parent or a guardian to go with them on that trip. Anthony did 2 youth hunts this year for deer, and the father of both of those guys, one went with Anthony and one went with me, and you know, these are lifelong friendships now with them.
Sure are.
It's matter of fact, one of the guys that was with me that I got at his son, he's going to meet us in Texas to shoot Rios in a couple of weeks.
Invited us out there.
So you know, it just kind of evolves from there. So children, adults, whatever we're looking for on that, whatever everybody's comfortable with. You know, I'll tell you some things like a crappie fishing trip. It might not be good for a 5 or 6-year-old kid, or 7 or 8, or somebody that hasn't fished a jig a lot. You might run into some problems with that. It might not be as good a trip as what you thought it was going to be, but it's open to everybody. Yeah. We had 2 ladies come from Sevierville.
That's
deer
right.
hunted. We've had people come from McKenzie. A lady from McKenzie has come every year since Brad's first inception of this, and we always appreciate that return audience.
Oh,
I guess, you know.
The repetitive business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've had some that's been with us from day one, and I think what you were just asking about too, about the way we give the bikes away. Okay.
Totally different.
We have nothing to do with that. What we do is we go around to the schools and we get with the principals and school superintendents, and we tell them who we are, what we're doing, and we let the teachers pick out, because I mean the teachers are with the kids.
Teachers know.
They're there every day with them, and so a good teacher is going to know what a kid needs, you know. And some kids get more than others. Some may not get nothing. Matter of fact, we had some last year in Carroll County that, you know, it was kind of heartbreaking, but said, you know, this is the only thing my child's getting for Christmas, you know, and they was very thankful. And I mean, we was very glad that we could do that.
West Tennessee got hit with some financial difficulties, you know,
Absolutely.
with losing some of those plants and manufacturing plants out there. And
trust
so
me, I know.
been
Yes.
hit hard.
Yeah.
So y'all probably came as a blessing to a bunch of people out there on that.
Well,
So,
just to go from 88 bicycles in 3 years, 88, to put it in perspective, to 263 bicycles in 1 year.
in 1 year.
And you know what? We needed a lot more.
You probably had enough applications to do 500.
Our biggest problem is we hope logistics is our problem. We hope we have enough money.
Yeah, we tell them each school's how many bikes that we can supply them, and then they get the list out, and then what we do, we carry the bikes to the schools, and in some of the schools it's pretty awesome. They'll set them up in the gym, and I know we went to one in Middleton, Tennessee last year. They done set them up in the gym, and when we got there, it was 31 kids. It basically looked like roller derby in there.
It did.
Except they was on the bike. And then before we left, and I had to admit, it was black marks all over that gym floor, but all of a sudden all the kids lined up at one end of the wall, and they were like they was drag racing on the bikes.
Oh yeah.
And we was trying to do a video interview, you know, with the principal. Man, she didn't check up. She
Principal
just let them ride
turned
around and just do it. And I thought, that is so cool right there. That's what it's all about.
It is about the kids.
Yes, it is.
And we preface it when we go in, a lot of times, if they haven't already jumped on the bikes. You see this picture up here that we have of Brad sitting on his horse.
Yeah.
Anthony or somebody will take that picture, and we will tell them the story about Brad Deming.
Brad and I grew up together from the time we was about 10 years old all the way up. Spent so many hours in a boat with him and a duck blind with him, and like I say, just 5 days before he passed away, you know, I showed you the pictures earlier before we was crappie fishing on this Bill Dance Lake, and you know, I never dreamed he'd be gone. You know, those would be the last pictures I had of him, but I tell you, it was makes you sit back and look at things a little different.
Yeah. Life is fragile.
That's right.
It is.
Hey, we got to do our product of the week.
That's right. This week's product of the week is being sponsored by our good friends over at County Fork Outdoors. You can stop in and see them in Donaldson at the Donaldson Plaza Shopping Center there, or get off at the Center Hill Dam exit, go right down there to the Big Rock Market, and they'll take good care of you.
What do you got now?
I tell you, I
love this product.
This is a good one. I was going to say, this is a product that has changed a lot of things for me in the game camera world. But this is made by Sniper Hunting Products. You know, we get all of our cameras from Sniper. Love their cameras, but this is a single camera tree mount. That's what this is. And the reason I love them, I've just about don't hardly use those straps anymore. No. When I get a camera, I usually get one of these mounts. I can take and screw that into a tree. Don't matter how big the tree is, how little the tree is.
Doesn't matter.
But it's got a, if any of you have used, kind of like in your car, you can put a GPS mount or whatever, it's got that little ball bearing kind of in here. Well, it's the same way. So once you get that mounted, you can turn your camera any direction you want, any angle, tighten it down, it'll stay right there. So we really love this one, and this is something I put to work every day. I mean, I've got these things hanging all over the place. But Sniper Hunting Products, you can get them on Facebook. Sniper Hunting Products, I think it's sniperhuntingproducts.com, or contact them that way. But get with these guys. You can get these ordered online. They'll send them to you, and they are fantastic tools. They really are.
They are. Hey, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to open up our phone lines here at 737-7767. Be right back with more Southern Woods and Waters.